Well, I was very excited and nervous because I am the first African American administrator in the history of the school district, actually the first color in the district. So it's a big deal. It was a big deal when I got the job. So I got a lot of interviews from newspapers, and I got a lot of people calling me, telling me, be careful out there. Why are you going out there? But I was honored because it's an opportunity to make a difference in the school setting, and so I'm happy I got it.
First, when I came to the school, kind of weird because I wasn't really used to it. But after a while, some people, like white people, they're really cool. Others that I have problems, well, I had in the past problems with, race. It's start talking to different and getting to know them.
Why do you feel like our lunchroom is so segregated?
I think people don't give other people, like white people, a chance, or black people, like Mexicans, talking to black people, they don't give them a chance to see how they really are as a person, and not just black people or white people.
Do you think that the blacks and Mexicans are the more minority in our school?
Actually, I think Middle Eastern people are the most minority because I don't really see a lot of them in here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, the reason why I feel like the school is so segregated at lunch is because there's not really a lot of social skills, and it's more just like, whites and whites, blacks and blacks. I also feel like our school isn't really diverse. We don't have a lot of, we don't have a lot of things going on. We don't have a lot of, like, also posters or anything about black people, about other races. It's more like white people. So I think that's another reason why. I don't know, like, I just feel like, people just kind of stick to their groups, whites and whites, because that's all they know. And then it's just like,
Do you feel that us black people are the minorities along with the Asians and the Middle Eastern?
Yeah, I do feel that way. I think that, like, I think also too, like, a lot of white people look down. I think that, like, a lot of white people look down on black people because, of the things we go through, especially with teachers as well. Teachers don't really treat, I feel like, I'm not saying all teachers, but there are some teachers that don't really treat blacks and whites as equal. Especially when it comes to, like, in classes and stuff. They look very, like, down upon us. Like, we're not as well educated as white people are.
So how do you feel when people call you an Oreo? Answer it.
A lot of people do call me Lori. A lot of people do call me and say that I talk white, or that persuade myself as a white person. I don't really think that I am. I just think that my mom, she's not all the way black. She's mostly white. She has very little black in her, but also too, I think that it's just the way I talk. It's just the way that I come off. I don't come off. I'm not saying everybody does, but a lot of kids, a lot of black people do come off as trying to act real ghetto, real like hoodlum, real loud and everything. And I think that means I try to just more show, like my mom always says, you already have one strike against you as being black. So for you to go around and be loud, and I know I am loud sometimes, but for you to go around and be loud and everything and be
ignorant,
ghetto, go over the top. You say people are being racist, but you make people put that type of name on you just because of the way that you act. So I think, I just think I'm not an Oreo. I think I just take, persuade myself or make people think of me more as an intelligent person. Like, I'm on the same level as a white person. I'm no different. We're the same exact person. The same exact, type of quality. I'm no different from a white person, an Asian person. We're all equally, we're all the same. And I think that's how, in the school of Verona, people need to be treated.
Thank you, baby.
Is that good?
Yeah, you did.
I feel as, just a normal person. It feels great to be who I am. I'm me. No one else can change me.
Why do you think that our lunchroom is so segregated?
Good question. I think there's a number of things going on, Zhanell. One is, I think kids generally sit with kids they want to sit with. Mm-hmm. And I think that does result in a lot of African American kids sitting with African American kids, Latino kids sitting with Latino kids, white kids sitting with white kids. There are obviously examples of, but it's not the norm, where like a black kid will sit with a group of white kids, or a white kid will sit with a group of black kids, or a Latino kid will mix in with white kids, or a Latino kid will mix in with, black kids. But that's not the rule. I think there's some, it's racist in a more subtle way. Mm-hmm. It's not like white kids saying you can't sit here, but I think there's a comfort thing where like most black kids would not feel comfortable getting up and going and sitting with a group of white kids, or most white kids wouldn't be comfortable getting up and sitting with a group of black kids. But it's hard because I wonder like how much of it is like kids just choosing to sit where they want, or kids like going, boy, I'd really like to sit over there, but I don't feel like I'd be welcomed. And I think it's a mixture. So,
do you feel that we have any minorities in our school?
Yeah, we have about 26 to 30% of our students are students of color, and so our diversity is growing. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Zhanell.
It shouldn't feel like that. They don't deserve to feel like that. And it shouldn't be segregated like that.
I feel the same. I think that we should all be equal and no one should feel like left out.
Do you think, okay, have you guys ever seen the TV show on MTV where they have the line in like the big gyms?
And they step in.
Yeah, and they step in. What if our school would do that? What would you guys think?
I think that'd be a good thing for us. We should do it.
I think that would be a good thing for us because it would show that everyone's different, but at the same time that we need to learn our differences and accept that.
Thanks, girls.
Okay.